So I want to bring up a dynamic that touches on the fact that most families don't all live in the same area. So a lot of times someone will pass away and there's at least a couple family members that have to travel. So there's a couple of things and tips and dynamics I want you to know about. The first is to let your funeral director know. We can adapt our plans as long as we know that we have to wait for someone to travel. We can work things around that person's travel plans. We can let them know a day that we're aiming for and make sure that we plan everything for when they're there. We also have worked with people that might have a family member serving in the military somewhere, and there's a format for that. The military works with us, and we can also be flexible and work with the time frame that works for the person that's serving. The harder dynamic with this is when a death is about to happen, when someone's in hospice or in a hospital and their body is slowly kind of breaking down. Systems kind of give signs as to the phases that happen when someone is about to pass away. But some of it is kind of a guess. You guess on these signs, and regardless of what your spirituality is, there's a percentage of control the person has as well. So if there's someone they're waiting to see, they hang on. If there's a date of meaning, they wait for it. You just never know. Sometimes, I had a woman who wouldn't die until her husband went and ate his sandwich, but he was refusing to leave her bedside because he didn't want to leave her alone. But guess what? He finally ate his sandwich, and that's when she let go. So the hard dynamic is if you have a loved one that's passing away and you don't live in the area, or you're the main family member planning things and you're reaching out to the other family members that don't live in the area, the hard question to pose is the most important to answer. And it's to ask each person, what is more important to them? If they had to choose between seeing the person before they pass, saying goodbye, or being there for the services, it helps put it in a context that kind of actually helps the decision to be made. And sometimes both things work out, but when you frame it in those terms, you can hope to guarantee being a part of one of those elements. I also bring that up because a lot of people have corporate jobs. A lot of people have really strict HR programs, and everything is a short window. Some of these jobs you get 3 days and that's it. So when you have a really short period of time, you're kind of forced to make that choice. Either you try to get there right away, see the person before they pass away, or you plan to get there once the death happens and the family can work with the funeral director to work around your plans. Those are my tips for that. I hope that you can have an easier time presenting these tough conversations with your family, and just understand this is very common, and funeral directors can help you with literally anything that you need as long as you tell them that the situation is happening. Don't ever be afraid to bring it up.